Hello, how you doing? I'm gonna talk about this. If you're dumb when you're young, you're gonna be dumb when you're old, and that's just a true statement. You may not like it, but it's just a true statement. Um, if you're dumb when you're young, for example, you too dumb and stupid and lazy to cook. You know what? When you get old, you're not gonna cook either. You can either go out to get a restaurant food, or you're gonna wait for somebody else to cook for you. So if you're too lazy and dumb and stupid to cook when you're young, you're going to be too lazy and stupid to cook when you're old. If you don't have any hobbies like sewing, quilting, knitting, crocheting when you're young, when you're old, you're going to be the same way. You're not going to sew, knit, crochet. You're not going to do anything to keep yourself busy. So what are you going to do? You're going to just sit up there and you gossip and talk about sex. I've seen that. You want to talk about something gross is when you old person talk about sex. Gross, man. Um, and black men have that problem too. They didn't build nothing when they were young. They didn't build nothing, plant nothing. And so when they're old, they still don't build nothing, plant nothing. I remember I drove out in the country and I go to this convenience store to get some gas. And what do I see? Two black men sitting in front of the convenience store doing nothing, just watching everybody else. Now in the country, there's plenty to do. You can go in your garden, plant some pumpkins or watermelon to do something. It's plenty to do out in the country. But what are they doing? Sitting out in front of a convenience store. Why? Because they didn't do nothing when they were young. Not going to do nothing when they old. And look, these black men who are just smashing and grabbing, they thieves when they're young. They're going to be thieves when they're old too. All these young black men who are smashing and grabbing, stealing cars and carjacking. Look, if they don't get shot or when they stealing when they're young, they're going to be thieves when they old. This relative of mine was a thief when she was young, a child. The Bible says even a child is known by the ways. She was a thief when she was young, stealing jewelry. Who knows what else? So when she got old, she became a bigger thief. But this time she stole life insurance policies from people who were on the deathbed. This is a relative of mine. And she didn't do anything. She couldn't halfway cook. When I first met her, she couldn't halfway cook. Why? Because she didn't do much cooking when she was young. She didn't do much cooking when she was old. She had no hobbies that I could discern. She didn't sew, knit, crochet, quilt, sew anything. So when she was old, she didn't do any of that. Now look, me, I crochet, I knit, and I got umpteen clothes that I have made myself over the years. I still have them because I don't give them away. I still have those clothes. I keep myself busy. I told my sister to keep herself busy, and she keeps herself busy with the charity. And black men, look, they stood on the corner when they were young, stood on the corner doing nothing, not working anywhere. And when they old, they still stand on the corner, dumb and stupid when they old. Okay, still dumb and stupid when they old. Okay, so what I recommend you do is keep yourself busy when you're young. Learn how to cook when you're old, so that when you're young, learn how to cook. So that when you're old, you can cook your own food. You cook your own meals. And you can have a recipe to leave your children and grandchildren, maybe. Keep yourself busy. Doing something. Knitting, crocheting, reading a book. Keep yourself busy. So that so you can do something when you're old. And look, okay, if you're dumb and stupid about money when you're young, you're going to be dumb and stupid about money when you're old. Okay, you don't know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide when you're young. You're not going to know how to do it when you're old. You don't know how to manage a dollar when you're young. You're not going to know how to manage a dollar when you're old. That's just the way it is. So if you're dumb when you're young, you're going to be dumb when you're old. That's not good, is it? Have a nice day.